إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.
This is about to say.
Okay, we'll come to this. But let's get the main thing. Let's talk about the current event, right? Let's talk about the current. Look, ladies and gentlemen, look. I spent time doing a data analysis. On the Dawah team and how many views we've been able to amass in the last 3 years. And according to my conservative estimates, and if we're talking about all the languages that these discussions are being translated in, and not crossover, like for example, if EF Dawah releases something and SC Dawah releases something, I'm not going to double count it. If we do it that way, we have about 300 million views. Right here in Speaker's Corner, 300 million views, 300 million. Now that is actually a percentage of the world population. And I'm saying to you now that this is just Speaker's Corner. We're not talking about the fact, Zishan, I was just saying this, that in the last 2 weeks only, on this man's channel, on Ali Dawah's channel, and I had a very small contribution, and I'm not saying it humbly, that there was 14 million views just on YouTube, on the Palestine issue alone. 14, you can count them yourself, this is open secret. 14 million views, that is 2 times, almost, the number of the Israeli population. They got a 9 million population, so we've got 4 million or 4 or 5 million in order to get that. What we're saying is, what we're doing here is not just super important, it's narrative changing, okay? No one here that is a speaker, or even those who come to support the speakers or record them, every single one of you, we would like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts and let you know that you are part of this movement. This is a movement, not just a Dawah movement, but it's a movement which is an activist movement. Because Dawah and activism are 2 sides of the same coin. You know, when we are talking about oppression. So we're talking about something that no other religious group has been able to compete with us in this part. The Sunni domination has persisted for 5 years in this part. And it has been very, very clear by virtue of number of views, shares, translations, etc. And this, in the next 5 years, you can imagine where we will be. Where we start talking about billions of views. And we start talking about something which is going to require, some kind of professionalism in order to really deal with. What I want to say is that right here in London, in the UK, in this special place, Speaker's Corner, every single one of you who have been part of this movement, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining. Zishan, I would like you to tell the people now why you think that activism online from your perspective, because me and you know, we do a lot of data analysis. We look at the comments, we look at the views, we look at the movement. Why is it important?
The thing is, too much has happened now. Yeah? When they stormed Aqsa, that was the line being crossed. Yeah, that's when everybody galvanized. Before it was a nationalistic thing, some people were saying maybe it's this, maybe it's that. When they stormed the masjid, that's when everybody said that enough is enough. Yeah, and nowadays, everybody's online anyway. You can see from the statistics, the TikToks, yeah, the Instagram stories, the Twitters, yeah, the videos will go viral in just a number of hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see there's such a thirst. It's like fertile ground.
Yes.
It's like a ground that's been parched of water.
Yes.
Yeah. We upload something now, within a day, it will cross 100,000. Why? Because the people, they're hungry for it. They're thirsty for it. Yeah. They want it. And if they want it, then we give it. Yeah. They want to hear our narrative. The mainstream has exposed itself. When it comes to the BLM, when it comes to other things, the mainstream now has exposed itself very clearly. And that's why now the Muslims, when they say, look, we're being misrepresented, obviously people want to hear and they relate with that more. Yeah, it's more obvious. So I think the brothers, what they wanted was that we hash out some of the arguments that are posited by the opposition, by the Zionists.
Let's do that. And can I just add something to this? I think this is very true, right? Do you know it takes something like that? It takes the storming of Al-Aqsa Masjid. It takes the killing of children. It takes the obvious oppression, the painfully obvious oppression, for the Muslims to come and to actually put aside their squabbling differences and to unite upon the truth. To unite upon the truth for this cause, which is greater than all of ourselves. And what we need to do, and this is a message to everyone, we need to educate ourselves on the history and the present. This is imperative. If you want to have a narrative altering impact, you need to learn. The first thing that came in the Quran is Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read, recite in the Lord of your who khalaq al-insana min alaq, who created the Lord from a clot, and so on. So we have to, and you know, there is a hadith that says Jahidul mushrikina bi anfusikum wa amwalikum wa alsinatikum, that do jihad with those enemies, with those, and we're not talking about all polytheists, but those enemies of them, right? With yourselves. And that's what we're seeing now in those individuals in Aqsa, those resistance to the occupiers. If that's not jihad, there is no jihad. That is exactly jihad. When the child throws a stone at the oppressive army, that is jihad fi sabilillah already. Wa amwalikum, and your monies, and bi alsinatikum. Now think about this. Why did the Prophet said bi alsinatikum, and with your tongues? How can you do jihad with your tongue? If jihad was about doing that physical damage, why is this hadith even there? How can you explain the hadith? This shows you that jihad is through argumentation as well. That when Brother Mansour or Brother Hashim or Brother Zishan or Ali Dawa or anybody who's a regular speaker here, when they are going against the standard false narratives and they are presenting the Islamic perspective and they are outlining the oppression, this is jihad. The Quran says, وَجَاهِدُهُمْ بِهِ جِهَادًا كَبِيرًا, and do jihad with it, with the Quran, to them, a big jihad. So what we say today, because we want to see what's happening here, is that we will be releasing information about the history of this. I've already released a lot of information on that. But what I need everybody here to do is realize that your contribution is not, yes, your contribution is not insignificant. It's not trivial. Should not be minimized. If you put a comment or a like or a share, wallahi, that is just like, it's like we're in a dark room and everyone's putting on their lighters. And together, the torches make a blinding, illuminating light that those oppressors will be forced to see. And that's what I say. I say, do not undervalue your contribution. Wallahi, with the power of social media, we will have a vanguard now. We already have a vanguard. And it's already destroying them. It's already destroying them. They're putting adverts. You've done a video on this. They're putting adverts on our videos. I don't even know how they did it. Yeah, they're trying to counteract it because it's just too many views. They're being swarmed online. Why do you think that it took only 11 days before they came out and not 25 or 26 or 30 days or 50 days? Because the pressure from the international community and the pressure from those on social media was too heavy, and the atrocities were too obvious and their crimes were too much, that they knew they would be destroying their reputation bit by bit. But we should not let our weapons go. And when I say weapons, I'm not talking about rifles, I'm talking about the pen. The pen, and we're talking about the power of intellection. وَدُّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْ تَغْفُلُوا عَنْ أَسْلِحَتِكُمْ وَأَمْتِعَتِكُمْ فَيَمِيلُونَ عَلَيْكُمْ مَيْلَةً وَاحِدَةً. That the disbelievers wish that you let go of your armory so that they can attack you one time. Don't get complacent now because there's a ceasefire. We need to keep the pressure on these individuals. We need to all be together. What do you say, Zishan, about that?
100% agree with that. We keep the momentum going. The media hype will fizzle down in a couple of weeks with the ceasefire. They just delay stuff. They don't stop it.
Yes.
Yeah, and they have a habit of doing this. Oh, we're just delaying it. Oh, we're going to see what's happening in Sheikh Jarrah. No, it's going to continue. Keep following the footage. Keep following the hashtags. Educate yourselves, educate the people around you, and then spread that knowledge, be it 5 people, 10 people. Same thing about the lighters. Yeah, the more people that do it collectively, it becomes a flame.
Yes.
Then it becomes a fire. yeah, and then it becomes much more powerful.
Extermination of Jews.
That's not what we are.
Because I think that's what you are. Because that's what the Hamas Charter is.
He's provoking.
The Hamas
Just carry on.
Charter.
No, let him come in. Why don't you come in?
Okay, so
Come in.
Hamas Charter is calling.
Come on, we're not talking about Hamas. You want to come here and talk to us?
So me,
What you want.
No,
I'm gonna
no.
answer you.
We're not
So-
saying
so
extermination
me-
of Jews,
me-
but you can come and
me-
talk. Yeah, go on.
So
Yeah.
me sharing.
No,
Yeah.
because the Hamas Charter.
So me
is
sharing
extermination.
social
Yeah.
media posts about the suffering of our Palestinian people
Yeah, yeah.
is somehow, what were you saying? Burning what?
Extermination of Jews.
Extermination of Jews.
Which is
We're not
why
talking
this
about
is
Hamas Charter. I didn't mention Hamas Charter. I'm saying
Yeah, well, we're not
sharing
advocates.
social media
You are
posts.
trying to achieve. Just
Sharing social media
Is that
posts,
what you
my
want to do in
friend.
Britain is come and attack
No.
Jewish people? Is that what you're trying to do?
And that's a very good example.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm going to give the example of Bella Hadid. Yeah, Bella Hadid is probably the most famous. She's probably one of the most famous models or celebrities that have spoken out, and you have exactly people
Come
like
and talk.
this
Come and
that
talk.
have now accused
We can
her
have
of
a
being
discussion about it.
anti-Semitic. Yeah, she's been accused of being anti-Semitic. Yeah, anybody who speaks out, they've been labeled with this term of anti-Semitic, and
don't
then
care about
Hamas
Hamas
gets
Charter.
brought up. Yeah. This issue existed way before Hamas.
Yeah.
Today, yes, Hamas. Tomorrow, it'll be somebody else. You cannot use Hamas anymore. You cannot use Hamas anymore.
tired
You
old
cannot use.
excuse.
We're bored of it. We're bored of it. The statistics are clear. The news are clear.
Yeah.
You go on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
You go to the marches. Today there was a pro-Israel march. Did you go to the pro-Israel march? Did you go to the pro-Israel march? Did you go to the pro-Israel march? Yes, you did. Did you see Tommy Robinson there? Are you a supporter of Tommy Robinson? You don't support him. Why is he there at your cause then? Why is he there at your cause? Because because we have a cause of Palestine. No, we have a cause of Palestine. You blame Hamas on us. Then I'm blaming Tommy Robinson
So
on you.
why don't you come and speak to
I'm blaming
him?
Tommy Robinson on you. You need to
Listen,
condemn
just come
that
in,
march.
come in, come
You
in.
need to condemn that march.
Tell him.
Ask him if he can
John
killing of women and
McDonald.
children.
I
Alright,
don't
guys,
go
do me a
McDonald's.
favor.
I
Do me a
only get the fish
favor. Do me a
burger.
favor. Let's get the cameras on both of us so we talk to each other.
What I'm trying to say to you.
Do you condemn the women and the children that are dying? I'm not interested. Do you
When we say
condemn?
that?
Do
When we
you
say that?
condemn the 66 children that have died, that have been killed? Do
Yeah.
you condemn?
Killed, not that.
Why do you think it happened? 66 children have died, and you're saying why did it happen?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter why it happened.
Also, you're saying
It doesn't
self-defense.
matter why it
If you do
happened.
that. Are you saying
Children
self-defense?
dying, children dying.
Self-defense.
Right.
So your
There is
crude
My
rockets.
nephew
Wait, wait.
and his wife.
Are you
they
saying
buy
No
crude
one cares
rockets
about your
versus
nephew.
FCC?
These
let's-
are 66 children that have died.
I'm asking
And
a
you are
question.
asking me why have they
He hasn't
died?
condemned the children yet. Killing of
He
children.
hasn't.
If you want to
condemned.
further
Yes,
your
We don't
condemnation.
even have to shout at each other. We're just going to talk.
You're the one who's
Yeah,
trying to
that's how
shout
you
it.
started this conversation.
Because he's making a
Okay, let me.
What jihadi statement was he making?
holy war.
Let's talk.
Right, now the issue
No,
is,
hold on.
I want to know.
No,
from you,
but-
all I want to know
calm down.
is why.
Yeah.
Why? You see, this is what I'm saying.
No, go over there. It's nothing to do with that.
Why do you need to go to Jewish areas in Britain? I understand if you were in Israel, you might. Well,
All right, let me just
if
say.
you're in Israel,
All
I
right.
totally understand.
All
You
right,
might want to
yeah.
go, but
Yeah,
why
yeah.
in Britain?
All right, let me just correct you. What's your name again, bro? What's this, man? What's this? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Hey! Don't come and drive your car like that. Calm your car down. You shut your mouth, man. Don't come and drive the car like that. You shut up, man. Don't. There are people here. You can hurt someone like that. Do you understand?
I wasn't driving.
Yeah, don't drive like that, and don't tell me to shut up. Do you understand that?
Did I tell you to shut
Yeah,
up?
don't shut up. Don't drive things into a crowd of people. You can hurt someone like that. Do you understand? Now go in your car. Go away. Go away, man. Go away. Yes, you did say shut up. You did say shut up. You did. Now get out of my face. Get out of my face. Stop pushing him. Why are you pushing him for? Why are you pushing him for?
What did I do? I was walking, idiot. I was walking.
Calm down. No, it's all right.
Walking, idiot.
Okay, calm down. Leave the officer to do his job. Stop. Don't come in aggressively because it will flare people up.
keep back, all right?
Listen, my friend, you guys are not good at this. all right?
Exactly, but get right
It's
in
all
the
right.
vicinity of the
Be
place.
quiet.
Keep back.
Calm down. You need to calm down. You need to calm down.
You need to leave.
No, I don't.
Leave now.
No, I'm not gonna leave.
Yeah?
Don't touch me.
Guys,
Don't
you're
talk
going to
about
have to leave the park.
it. Why? You're the one who's driving cars at a fast speed. Why are you fast? Why are you driving cars? You tell me to go away. You go away, man. It's a free country. What have I done? Get out of here, man.
Everyone's going to have
Don't
to
touch
leave
the
the park, please.
Leave the park, guys. Don't leave the park now.
You guys have done this.
Democracy, mate. That's against democracy, mate.
Why are you doing that
off
for?
and now you need to leave the
You
party.
guys are the one who made it kick off.
Nobody's leaving
You've
here.
contrived the problem.
She's the only one leaving,
You've
mate.
contrived the problem.
You've got the power to ask people to leave, alright?
Guys, honestly, the way you've come in here, the guys who've come in is out of order, man. You guys are out of order. You guys are out of order, man. What happened?
The team's got a shirt, bro, and it's got the Rasul on it, bro. It's got a Rasul like a big caricature of it with words and
So what?
writing on it.
Just leave them. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna
Nah,
do?
bro, just move her away from the vicinity, bro. We ain't gonna move. She needs to move.
Just what are you gonna do? This is what this thing is about.
Shoot, 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 what I do. Na 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 na. Shoot, shoot.
إذا أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والتعليق، ولكي يصلك كل جديد اشترك الآن.